Hi, everyone. You know what I'm going to do today? This is a question. At 78 years old, pushing 80, what is the deal for makeup? Now, I used to be a makeup artist, but not, for the Golden Globes or movies or anything like that. I was a Macy's makeup artist. And so my job was to go to all the Macy's stores in New Orleans and Baton Rouge and do makeup on women. What I have been finding is that makeup does tend to go into this dry skin that's lacking hormones and all those youthful things that we loved. And so I find less is better. But let me just kind of show you what I do now. Hair also. I was a hairdresser, of course, for many years, and I'm still cutting hair. I had a haircut yesterday, and it's just friends and neighbors and stuff. But so my hair, I washed it last night and went to bed on it. So of course, it's kind of unruly. And what I would usually do to this, if I were going out today and didn't want to mess with it, I would just probably, tie it back or something like that. That's the luxury of having long hair. And you don't have to worry about getting it cut the same way every time, unless you really find a good hairdresser. So the first thing I have to do is, since I'm just getting up this morning, my skin it's bone dry. And what I do with my skin, I have this body butter that I buy from a little boutique. She makes it in her kitchen, and she lives, I'm sorry. I've got my camera over here, my mirror here. So this is called body butter, and she makes it in her kitchen. It's lavender oil and coconut oil and stuff like that. So sometimes I use a little of that. I'll probably put a little bit of that on my face, just a tiny bit, because I find, and I read once, or someone taught me or something, that you have to have several different oils so that they bind together, especially coconut oil. Coconut oil just sits on your skin and does not go in until you bind it with some other lotion or cream. And so what I'm going to do now is, this is castor oil. And believe me, I have more wrinkles than most people, most women my age. My skin is not real saggy. It is, but I mean, it isn't real saggy to be pushing 80, but it's very wrinkled because it's very dry. And I don't know if that's thyroid or what it is, whatever it is, whatever we have, we work with it, And so this is a tallow. So this is beef tallow. There's nothing in it but our old-fashioned beef tallow, which is what people used back in the day to soften their skin, especially, my gosh, when they were picking cotton and working the farms and stuff. So it's really good. It feels great. Nothing really has helped me that much. And if you can tell me in the comments, anything that would help my dry skin. I use this on my face. I use it on my hands, which I'm getting ready to do. And this is just a local farm, and she makes it. And I'm up here in the country, so I can get this easily. But I'm sure tallow is now all over the internet, because people are getting wise to the chemical, the push on chemicals, to make money. That's all it was. Okay, so that's kind of a little greasy. So I take a little piece of tissue, and I just kind of, because it, I don't want it in my hair. I don't want it on my neckline. And I always put a little bit of coconut oil, the tiniest bit, in my hair and brush it through. And then if I want to come back with hot curlers or a straightening iron or something, it's a lot healthier. The thing I learned in my hairdressing, you can spend so much money on shampoos and conditioners and masks for your hair and all those things. And I don't find it does as good as if just a little coconut oil and a conditioner and the shampoo that makes your head feel good. So the next thing I do, see, I'm nice and soft now. The next thing I do is my brown pencil. And I have an allergy to a lot of cosmetics, to a lot of eye stuff because I have very blue, pale, sensitive eyes. So I just use this Almay brown, and I just put, I don't even have to have a mirror. I'm looking in the camera. I can feel, I just do this along my lashes on the top. That's what I do. And I do it first. Okay, I might put a little here. I might put a little here. I have to turn to the mirror for a minute. Yeah. I don't know how this is going to come out. We're going to find out though. Okay, I just have to, you kind of have to wipe it a little bit. Okay, there. Now, so I don't have anything on my face yet, obviously. And now I have, this is very popular right now. It's e.l.f. and it's a foundation that's just very light. And because I have, I guess, a metal allergy on my ears, I usually put a little on there to cover that redness up on the bottom of my ears. And then I cover up the dark spots. Like, here's a spot. I have a spot over here. And I have one here. And then I just kind of put a little bit on this thing. Not so much. And then I just kind of, the redness around the nose here, and these labial lines here. And I just start putting this on. It's not much on here at all. And of course I have the eyeliner on. I tell you, one tip I found, and I didn't do it. Eyeliner is awesome to put on when your skin's really dry still. Then, when you do all of this stuff, it's kind of there. So that is the way I do that. And I will take tissue once more and just kind of buff that out a little bit. As far as eyebrows, okay, so how's that? Okay, now I also do this. This is eyeshadow, and I take a darkish one, very little, because it's so strong. And then I just go into this curve right here. And it sort of sets my eyes back a little bit. But you can get too much, and I often do. So I have to look at that real closely. Yeah. Just enough to emphasize that there's a crease there because I have the hooded lid, right? So, and then if you want to, just put a little of this up here like this to kind of dry the makeup. And yeah, so that's that. Probably, let's see. Now I do use a little mascara. I'm getting to where I don't use it that much anymore, but I do like, and it's also an Almay, although I have several different kinds, but I find my eyes just do better with a hyperallergenic one. Hypoallergenic, I guess it is. And I just kind of stick to it. This is taking longer than I usually do, I must say. Okay, so the other thing that I do is I like the lipstick, right? The lipstick that I like is dark and muted. Oh, this has got to be it. This is it. It's dark and muted. So there is the lipstick. And then I have to put some of this lipstick on my cheeks. I've tried, well, because I did work for Christian Dior. They used to have a great makeup line. Ralph Lauren used to have a makeup line. This is back in the old days when I used to work. Prescriptives, which is no longer, that is a division of Estee Lauder. So I used all of their, okay, I've used all the lipsticks in creation. I've used MAC. I do like MAC. But it's not worth it to me to spend $28 on a lipstick, really. This is Wet n Wild. And I like it because it doesn't make my lips peel. My lips are very, I'm highly allergic, I guess, to something in lipsticks. And you know, there's a lot of lead in so many lipsticks, you can look it up. And who wants to be taking lead directly into your body? Crazy. So I don't know. I haven't looked up the ingredients on this. But I do know it's not making my lips peel off and you know, have an allergic reaction. So that is that. Now, as far as powder, I do like to use a little bit of powder because I think they say it sets makeup. I think it just kind of makes you look a little bit. Actually, powder is better for the older wrinkled skin to me than I'm just figuring this stuff out. Because you know, every decade of your life things change, right? So I think I'm going to just leave my hair like this today. I kind of like the way it came out. I'm not going to. It just kind of naturally is doing. My hair's thinning out, so my bangs used to be like a broom. Now they're kind of like, I don't know. But I had COVID, you know, and my hair started thinning a little bit after that. Yeah, I tease it back in the back just a little bit and just let it go. Okay, that is it for my makeup. And I might wear some earrings. I might, which I think are good. I'm allergic to those, that metal also. So I don't wear them all the time like I used to. But I do put them on if we're going to go out to lunch or something like that. I mean, I still like to go and do things. Okay, so that's my makeup routine. I took a very long time doing it. I usually do it in about 2 seconds flat, you know. Let me show you the beautiful bird I painted. Can you see that? That is a crane. And my girlfriend took the picture of that bird. And let me just take this, bring it over. He was so huge. His feet were almost as big as mine. And so I said, can I paint that picture? She said, yes. And I did. And I love it. But it's, you know, it's got the whole sky deal and everything. But I'll tell you, living in Florida was such a magical thing. And that bird was part of it. So I wanted to show you him. That's acrylic. Okay, that's it for this video. I'm going to go now. I'm going out. I'm going to do a video pretty soon on, this is interesting. I'm going to do a video on Do we dare wear shorts and sleeveless tops as we get older? Stick around because I got some ideas. Okay, this is Jeannie Robertson Art, and I love y'all. Thanks for coming by and visit me again. We're going to do all kinds of things like this, like art, like all kinds of stuff. So, bye-bye.